Hello, welcome to another tonal landscape oil painting demonstration. This is your painter in residence, M. Francis McCarthy, and the painting I'm bringing you today is called Ocean Beach. It's an 8x14. I painted it a few days back. I really am pretty happy with it. We're going to talk to you about what I've done and what I like about it. And at the end you see, so we will have the palette here. Unfortunately no image because you need to be a little careful with that. If you you want to know why, just go to the members area or the Substack Studio Pass and watch the live session and you'll know why. Okay. This is a sped up version of that session, and nice. I think the 15 minute, I started the whole channel with the 15 minutes. It was quite a few years before I even moved into any kind of live painting sessions or like we're doing the easel talks now. And we just put one out for this last, well, it's my Friday. Most of yours Thursday on the philosophy of art. Go check that out. You might go, oh, I don't care about philosophy, man. I just want to paint. But I'm telling you, so much of the game is mental. That's all I gotta say. I was surprised to see that not that many people were interested in the two composition-y things. Don't know if it was my thumbnails or whatever, but duly noted. I won't do much of that stuff. Although, I'm not the kind of guy that uploads video and then checks the views the next day because I think that is a way to destroy your mind. Honestly. Yeah. But I tune in a week later or so and I kind of go, okay, well, they like this or they didn't like that or who knows what's up. Yeah. Anyway, I've been doing this a long time and I'm just going to keep doing it because I like to do it. And all that matters to me is that one or two of you get some value, really. Now, you can see, I think it's nice to see the value. Now, the whole color mixing session, the card in my palette cam just died, so that's all missing. But basically, this is about a 2-hour painting session, which I'm really, really happy about because now you can paint any scene in any amount of time. It's really a matter of, you could just say lowering your standards, but you don't want to lower your quality standards. The standards that you want to lose are those standards of false equivalency. What do I mean by that? Well, you might be equating adding details to your painting as being valuable. When in fact it's actually deducting from the value of the painting. What do you think of that? That's quite a concept, isn't it? So what's the difference between getting down what needs to be got down in a timely manner and then the painting's done? That's what I did on this painting. That's what I've been doing on most of my paintings for the last about 3 months, and I consider myself to be in basically a new plateau, and I honestly don't mind spending as much time on a painting as necessary to make it great. But the reason I think I'm really pleased with these sorts of scenes where this is a beach not far from where I live. It's a wonderful beach. If this beach was in California, where I used to live, it would be crawling with people all day and all night. Now it actually has nice surfing as well. Anyway, it's a wonderful beach. But a lot of times with these actual places, I felt that the need to get in, hunker down, and really start digging into details that I'd rather not put in there. And so for me, it's quite a accomplishment to just leave them out, just to go, well, I'm going to try it with my big brush. I'm going to just put some squiggles in. And I have to tell you, honestly, I'm always amazed that it's actually got a certain amount of fidelity with the reference. Certainly, I'm not being so egregious with my with the differences that somebody from out here would go, oh, well, that rock's not there. Because the idea is to imply things. And I've complained about this for a long time. basically that the Impressionists, they snagged that Impressionism term, when honestly all of us make impressions of images that we perceive, or scenes that we perceive. That what our paintings are impressions. So every painting is an impressionist painting, whether you're painting in the impressionist style or not. I'm a little sore about that, but no one else seems to care, except this old tonalist here. Yeah. And I have right over here on the shelf. I've kept the book because it's got some nice illustrations. It's called American Impressionism, and it has George Ness in there, and he absolutely did not like impressionist painting at all. So there you go. Pardon me, a little bit of a hiccup there. So, talking about this scene, it was really cool to bring in that purple back behind, and a little later on you'll see me just kind of swack in a little bit of red and swack in a little bit of green, and it came out so nice. I was really pleased with it, and that little like triangular area in there, I'm really pleased with how I handled that too. Now, to me, this landscape it's kind of funky, but I painted it quite a few times now, so I'm sort of getting to know it. Whoa, it's the book. Okay, the reason why I still have ads for the book is that I'm going to be selling the book, but right now they are shipping some things to the U.S., but only gifts, and it's still not settled. So I'll let you guys know when you can order the book, and I'll ship it to you. And if you're in another country, I'm sorry. It's just easier for me to just turn off all sales at the moment. But everything I do on my channel is designed to be evergreen. So this is September of 2025 when I'm recording this, and I don't expect this trouble to last indefinitely. So, but I do expect people to appreciate this video well into the future, hopefully well after the time when I have departed this mortal coil. That's the intention. So I always go for that with all my videos. I try to make sure that they are, something that's going to apply now and apply later. Yeah. But for now, if you go to order that book, and the thing is too, with all my efforts to increase, get you over to my Substack and get people to help support the channel and stuff. It's really added up to more book sales. Just at the time when these this tariff thing come in, and whatever. I'm not very political. I got not much to say about any of it. I just would like to be able to send my book out, and I will. It'll happen. Yeah. So I'm really at this point quite pleased with how you can see I had that green area, and that was just to basically mix the dark kind of grayer green and the lighter green and just pop some stuff in there. And now I have a background as an illustrator, and I have a background as a person that would sit down and actually work these things out in depth, in detail, but I don't think that mixes very well with landscape painting. It's not what I want to do. And so a lot of what has been happening for me as a painter has been a process of learning to let go of exact details, learning to let go of how things are in the reference, and to express myself more freely. And that's what I did in this painting, and I'm really, really stoked with it. And I think I touched on, on the easel talk, I had a really, really wonderful comment on a previous painting I'd done of Ocean Beach. It was very moody, sunset, misty. Surprisingly, I thought I'd sold it long ago, but it's still in the gallery. And great comment on my channel about that. And so I thought, well, I've had this couple Ocean Beach scenes that I've been wanting to do, so I'm going to go in and do that. And one thing I've been doing is, like, a lot of times I show up at the studio, I don't always know what I'm going to do. Sometimes I'll say, oh, I want to do a bunch of minis right now. And minis are almost always for the market out here, so tourists can buy those. They're affordable, little items, little original paintings, and that is something good for you to get into as well. If you can paint small, I've had a lot of inputs and feedback from people that they're challenged by that, but You shouldn't be challenged by small or big. You should take on each. Now the sand here in this particular painting is one of the lightest bits of the painting, and it's striking, and I think it works very well. I will pass along a tip to you here, which people in the members area and in my Substack Studio Pass area would have heard already, and that is never make sure when you're doing waves, and we're going to be doing some waves here in a minute, never make them lighter than anything in the sky. Now in this case, I think the sand is right there with that light bit that's above the little peninsula there. Pretty close, you know. Had it been a little brighter, it might have crashed and burned. But as it stands, I think it's a very striking aspect of the painting. And now, one of the things that and this too is all in the live painting session, but the reason why I was very enthused by finding this particular reference that I could use to make my painting was that a lot of these ocean beach scenes, they have the bottom is just weird, and what you have, if you picture our right side, you take that the area of beach there goes all the way off, and in so many references, it's just a giant amount of light color down in the lower quadrant of the right side, our right side of the painting. It's very hard to reconcile. It's very distracting, and I'm very much of we got a lot of words vary there, but I'm definitely of the opinion. There, see, we changed it up for you. That the lighter something is in the painting, the more attention it grabs, especially when you work as I do in a little subdued key. And I did my best for this painting to give you an accurate sort of idea or sense of the value of it, because it's kind of a bit of a dark approach, but some parts of it are quite light, and I've talked about that a lot. I've talked about that in the new book I'm writing, which is proceeding. Just so you want a little update there. Where we're at is I have just completed formatting for the print edition, volume 2. Now my editor wanted to start editing volume 2 first, so that's fine, and she did, and I've had that for a while, and I've been working slowly but surely on formatting the print edition. I just finished that, and it looks amazing. And I'll be starting on my formatting work for volume 3. Now what's involved with the formatting is taking the text and integrating it with reproductions of my paintings. So it's going to be very lavishly illustrated with my work, much like my last book was, but the last book had a bit more, say in some sections I would have like little illustrations depicting concepts like composition and things. This is more like an essay slash chapter and a beautiful rendition of a painting. And my goal with the book is to have never open any 2 pages and not see some art. That's my brief there. I'm not a great designer, but I can pass it. You're here for tips. And if you're still with me, well, we'll get you some tips you can use for your painting. So you may, if you caught the last video composition, I point out that designing is something you have to do if you're a painter. And I've had definitely input from students where they've remarked that they were not designers, they couldn't design, stuff like that. But you can design, and you need to learn how to design if you want to be a painter. And same thing goes for this book. So I had to learn enough about book design that I could do the books, because I couldn't afford for anyone else to do them. But getting to the real crux, the real secret, was just to keep things simple. Okay. Oh, now we're into a new. You can see we're out of the palette thing, because I had to come back the next day, and because I'm painting at an angle for you guys. I could see in the drawing early in the drawing portion, I saw where I made this big slashy horizontal stroke that was slightly crooked, and that influenced everything I'm fixing now. So I had it straight originally, and then I tilted it, but I couldn't tell until I got home and was reviewing the footage, and lo and behold, I came in and fixed it the next day, and that's what you're looking at right now. And we're done with Ocean Beach, and I hope you really enjoyed watching me put it together. I really enjoyed painting it, and of course talking to you today. And until I come back with another video for your edification, hopefully for your edification and enjoyment, do me a favor. Take good care of yourself and your family and all your loved ones. Stay out of trouble and fight the power.